So this is us looking at it as the simplest method, under the assumption that the town would have the capital or would obtain the capital themselves to invest into this project. And the reason I start there is because whenever we start to talk about, and Matthias, you and I had mentioned the power purchase agreement, going the PPA route, when you now add an investor in between that mix, we're now adding another person who wants another share, another cut. And so what we're going to do is we're going to see that we skew these economics a little further. When it's a project that is a little more cost effective, it can be a wonderful opportunity. But in this case right now, I think it stretches it a little bit to go that route. Go ahead.
So I have a couple of questions. The first one being, I think that the IRA tax credit can be layered on top of different qualifiers to get up to 50%. I have to go back and look. I'm not sure if being on a brownfield is one of them, and maybe you guys already explored that. I'm pretty sure that being in a low-income census tract is a second one. I believe this is a low-income census tract, so have you guys already further explored that it might get higher than 30%?
No, because it actually is included in this. This is calculated at 40%. I think I highlighted that. It's not highlighted here. I highlighted it in my email to Matthias when we were chatting. But I am community on this, so this is showing the 40%. Thank you for bringing that up.
And I believe this area doesn't qualify for an energy community, which would be...
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. I looked into that as well, and then for brownfield, there was nothing on the books for it designated as such or being deemed as one that we could utilize and point to. Currently, we don't have any in New Hampshire. Everything that, in terms of the federal program, it's all Massachusetts. At least in our area that we work, that's where we've identified a lot of those opportunities. Nothing really in New Hampshire yet for the brownfield.
Is part of the, part of the extra expense that this is a canopy, was that figured in the, so if it were just a straight field, it would be significantly less, or?
Yeah. You know, what we're looking at here, right, is we've got an area where we have an established parking area already. We've already mentioned there are some drainage concerns from prior things that have happened on this piece of property. So it's one of those projects where the scope has grown a bit based on a very basic or straightforward, easy, right? We are looking at utilizing a particular structure that is going to be designed specific for the canopies. You've got a lot of steel that you're purchasing in that, a lot of building of that, coordination of that. So there's a lot that comes into this project put together. To go back to something like the gravel pit where
You just put it up.
it's a great little gravel pit, it's there, we can work it, and there's not
you
too
can
much.
just slam posts in the gravel
You don't have to
pit.
worry
Here,
about
they
that.
need to worry about the footings because they can only go down so far.
It's another question. I think it's in the town of Jaffrey, maybe, that you guys have created the first community solar project where people, first I think it was priority to those residents, and then secondary you've opened it up to. So actually anyone who's on Eversource and